Well, hey there, guys. It's Leslie with LuvINK&Paper. So, whoops, where's my... not that one. There we go. Let's put that here for you for a minute. Now, I do want you to remind you, before we get started, that today is free shipping. And not only can you get free shipping on your orders of $75 or more, you can double dip and get 15% off of your designer series paper. So really you're saving like 11% on the shipping and 15% on the paper. What are we at? Like 26% if all you get is designer series paper. That's almost as good as the demonstrator discount. So that's pretty great. So anyway, just thought I'd let you know about that. I also want to thank you for your patience because I wasn't able to be here yesterday. I was working on something with a friend. Anyway, so we were using, she had seen a great card online that she really wanted to make, and she knew I had this bundle. And I saw this bundle in the catalog, and I should have brought mine over here with the page marked and everything, but anyway, it's in the annual catalog. And when I saw this, I knew I had to get it. Now, I may have mentioned this before, but for a while, when our son was very little, he wasn't quite 2, we lived in Syracuse, New York. And in Syracuse, New York, at least at that time, I actually don't know if it's still there, was a place called the Carousel Mall. Huge mall with a full-size, gorgeous, like a restored carousel in the middle of the mall. It was amazing. It was actually up sort of near the food court, I think. Anyway, we would have to, every time, as soon as we pulled in the parking lot of the mall, from the back seat, you heard, "Ride horsies, ride horsies." So yeah, we did a lot of carousel riding when he was little. And so anyway, when I saw this bundle in the catalog, I was like, yeah, that's a no-brainer. There's scrapbook pages, there's, like, I gotta have that. I just do. It's like part of what I need to do. So anyway, so I did. So I got it. So this was a swap I made with it. Using a couple of other things, but one of the little horses, and then I added a little bit of liquid glue to the pole, and then added the gold elements, the gilded leafing to the pole, which was pretty fun. So the card that Doreen and I were making. Now, before I show this to you, I'm holding it way over here so you can't see it, I hope. Understand that I used retired cardstock because we are working through a mechanism. Okay, so when you're working on a motion card or something you've never made before, get out paper you don't care about. Because the first one, you're gonna make mistakes. It's just gonna happen, okay? It's how we learn. It's okay. So what I did, I got some really, the colors look horrid together, but they contrasted enough so that we could see where any errors were and work through them. So this is what we did. Okay, so the card opens like this. So you have your card base, you have a card front, and then you have your layer. Okay. So certain things attach to certain places, okay? Like this wheel that makes the horse move, and I'll show you in a second, attaches to the card front, not the base, this front piece that covers the entire front of the card. And then the other parts, there's a slit, which is hidden under there, where the pole comes through. And that's just on this layer, okay? So anyway, then you turn the wheel, whoops, oh, I see what it's doing. I had to patch this back together. There we go. So it's still not perfect. The brad still gets stuck a little bit, okay? But if you roll it, the horse moves, okay? He doesn't go straight up and down, but he does move, which is kind of cool, all right? So that's what we were working on. It took us an hour and a half to make just this mock-up, okay? There was a second one in the video that we were watching that we have not tackled yet. When I tackle it, I'll share it with you. But for now, just know that sometimes to figure out the mechanism and whatever, it's going to take you some time, okay? Then, because I was thinking about carousel horses, I saw another video online that I wanted to share the card with you. And I've got all the pieces, or I think I've got all the pieces. I hope I have all the pieces. All right, so this one was Tammy White, and she did a really gorgeous card. And the cool part of this card is, well, we're going to make the cool part, but I wanted to show you that it actually has like a book. Can you see that there's some space between, so you make, instead of one score for the card base and the inside, you do two, and they're, I could tell you what they are. So on the outside, it's scored at 4 1/8 and 4 3/8, okay? And then the inside is a little bit smaller piece of cardstock. It's 8 by 5 1/4, and then it's scored at 3 7/8 and 4 1/8. So it's like a quarter, not even, maybe, yeah, I guess it is about 1/4 of an inch wide, okay? And you'll see why we need that much room in there later, okay? So we're just going to set that aside. So this is going to go on the front, the card front, and then I'm going to build the carousel on here. And I think I'm going to do that first and then add it just before I put the horse on with dimensionals, okay? All right, so we have the dies cut all these pieces, okay? So up here, I'm just going to add a little bit of, where's my glue mat? Okay. I'm trying to keep everything in frame for you, but also not get sticky where I don't want it, okay? All right, so we're going to have our merry-go-round. And I'm going to leave some room up there at the top for some words, maybe. Okay. I might put the banner, I might trim, I could just trim one end and just have it flying out from here. I'm going to have to see how that'll work out. Okay, so we have that. And then you have this part, okay, and this part goes here. But before I put that in, I want to put these two pieces, okay, right there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to switch that around. I'm going to put the lemon lolly ones that I had been thinking would go on the inside, but I think I'm going to put those on the outside and these on the inside. Yep, I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so we'll put a little bit of adhesive on these. And you could pop these up to add more dimension if you wanted. I'm just going to sort of fit them back in. So basically, I just cut this top part in a couple of different colors. All right, so there's that. And then we will put some dimensionals Probably some minis. Oh, and you know what I did? Silly me. I left my take your pick tool on the other table. All right, that's okay. This one is stuck to me. Okay. There's that. Put that one back. Okay. So I'm not sure if any of you have found me live right now. This is an odd time for me to be live, I know. Let me just take a peek. Nope, not yet, but that's okay. You guys can catch it on the replay, or I'll post it on my, I'll add it to my YouTube channel. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Yeah, no, this can go on. Yep, that's up high enough. Okay. There. Okay. So there's a little dimension there. Then we have this piece. Actually, this cuts at the same time. So it's kind of strange. Let me show you what I mean. So this die actually cuts this piece as well as this piece at the same time, but they're two separate. They come out of the die as two separate pieces. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of, let's hope this is working today. Ooh, yep. There we go. Just a little bit of, yeah, I really need my take your pick tool. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball the middle. You know how I roll. I'm not a measurer. Could I? Sure. And that looks pretty good to me. So I'm going to say that that's pretty good. So this will be our base down here. Okay. Like that. And I'm going to actually put some mini glue dots out here on the edges because I want to be able to slip. How'd I do? That's going to show. Hang on. There we go. I want to be able to slip the pole, whoops, of the horse under here and under here. So let's just make sure I've got this where we want it. Okay, like that. Okay. Now, all right. Looking good. I'm pretty happy about this. So then I'm going to put a couple of mini dimensionals right down the middle of the horse here. Okay, because I don't want to chance putting them where they're not actually going to stick to the horse. And there we go. Then, since this isn't moving at all, I am going to put one way up here and hope that most of it is covered. And one way down here. I could have even cut the minis in half, but I think it'll be okay. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna just lift that up a little bit, and it wants to stick already, and I don't want it to. There we go. Pretty close. Not exactly where I wanted it, but pretty close. Actually, you know what? Maybe I can just really carefully pick that up, pick this up, and move that just a little. Okay, that's a little better. And now I can actually put a couple more of these on, and that will hold it better. I can put 2 like this. Okay. Here we go. Like that. Oh yeah, that's better. Okay. There. So there's our card front. And now I'm going to just, normally I would use seal, but I'm going to just put a little bit of this liquid glue. That way it'll give me just a second to wiggle this around. Okay. Here. Okay. All right, so then we're getting close to the really fun part, okay? The really fun part happens on the inside. So let's just set that over there and we'll start working on this inside. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do is put our, you know what? I think I take this off. Hang on. There. Okay, I don't think we need that. All right, so then this is going to go up here like this. And then I have to make sure it will fold. So let's put a little bit of adhesive like this. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is line up this middle bump right here in the center of the channel. Okay? Where both of those go. Then I'm going to grab my bone folder and give that a good crease here. Okay, and then we're gonna do the other one like this. Okay, so now that will be like that. Okay, all right, so Tammy used designer series paper for the top and the bottom. I was not, it just, that didn't work for me. It was too busy. And the base is probably not that busy like this, okay? This may be too dark, but again, this is like the first one, so it's okay. So this is the pecan pie. I did 2 strips that are 2 by 6, scored every ½ inch, okay, and then I attached them together. So let me show you what I mean. Okay, so this was actually one piece of 4 by 6 designer series paper, okay? I scored it every ½ inch, right? ½ inch, 1 inch, 1.5, 2, you get the idea, right? Okay, so then I cut it in half at 2. So now I have 2 pieces, which gets me to 12 inches. Okay, this paper wasn't 12 inches, so I had to make do. All right, then I put some tear and tape on these edges so that I can hook them together. Okay, so we're gonna hook this. So the 2 pink ones will go together and be the middle, and the lemon lolly will be out at the end. Okay. So, oops, well, you know, when you're using tear and tape, you kind of got to be careful. But that's not too bad. I think that'll work. Okay, so now you have this, okay? So what we're going to do is yep, we want to attach here, I think. Hang on. I just got to double check myself. Okay. If I do this, and then I do this, that should come out this way, right? All right, we're going with it. This may be wrong, but we're going with it anyway. All right. Did I bring? No. We're going to just use this. Okay, so we'll put some of that. Put some of that seal here. Now, normally I would use a much stronger adhesive, but I left my tear and tape over on the other table. So we're going to line this right up next to the fold, okay? Then got a little extra adhesive there. Okay, then we're going to crunch this all up like this. Then we're going to put adhesive here. Then we're going to pull this over and tuck this one right there. And I did something wrong. I did something wrong. Okay, well, anyway, I wanted to show you this all done, but I'm going to have to watch the video again and figure this mechanism out. And when it's done, I will share it with you. All right, so something is not right. I've left out something. Okay, so we'll figure it out. But it means I need to do a little more work with this. All right, so we'll just stick that there. And the important part is that when you adhere this in, you make sure that it's right in the middle Okay, so you want to have this right in the middle, like this. Okay. And then you want to have glue here. Okay. And glue here. All right. So that when it closes, you have that gap so that you can get your folds in there. Okay. Not sure why it didn't. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. But, oh, you know what? Yes, I do. I put it in the wrong direction. I totally know what I'm doing now. Yep. So, I went vertical instead of horizontal. That's my problem. Okay. So, first let's take, I got it now, you guys. See, sometimes it just takes a minute. All right, let's get any excess adhesive off here and any off of here. Okay. All right, so instead of going that way, the long way, I want to go along this roof line. Okay, got it. Let's put that away. All right, so I'm going to take this one, and we are going to go right up to that edge, but it's going to be this, okay, like that. And then we're going to squish this out. Oh yes, this is going to work much better. And then we're going to swing this over. Yep, that was my problem. And we're going to go right here, like that. Whoops, that one slid up too far. There we go. There. Now, yes, this is why you need to practice. Now when you open it, you've got the carousel opening like this, so it pops out at you. Hang on, it gets better. All right, so let's put the adhesive. Oh, this is going to be so. I'm so happy I don't have to come back and show you again. See, sometimes you just have to just take a minute, and it's okay to work through those mistakes. It really is. All right, and so then down here, let me put on, whoops, kind of forgot this. Yeah, all right, let's get this one in. All right, this is gonna need some glue. Okay. Okay. I can't pick it up. There we go. All right, so then we're gonna very carefully slide this down here. Like that. Whoops, I'm gonna have to take all that glue off. That's all right, I'll get it all off, don't worry. Once it dries, I'll take it all off. It will be fine. All right, let's get the base done. Okay, so we have adhesive here, and we're going this way, like this. Okay. And then we're going to push these all together. And I probably should have done like the timber folder before I did this, so that it like looked like wood grain. But you guys get the idea, right? Okay. So now we have this. Okay, so now we have our canopy and we have the base. Now we just got to get our horses in. Okay, so I'm sort of skipping a step. Tammy suggests, oh, oops, forgot these two. You know what? I think I'm going to leave them white. Tammy suggested putting her horses on window sheets. I decided not to do that, but I think it'll work out okay. She also cut out designer series paper, just sort of plain, and did the backs. I used my silicone mat and my stamp positioning tool and got backs on the horses. Now I couldn't then fill in with the stamps because they were going the wrong way. I could have colored them, but I didn't really want to bring that much attention to the backs of them. I just wanted them to not be solid designer series paper, okay? So 2 of them have backs, and nope, okay, hold on, one's better than the other. Okay, so these 2 are going to be my ends, okay? These are going to be in here, like this, okay? And they're going to go flat. All right, so let's get some glue on those. Oop, got some bubbles in there, I guess. Okay. Okay, here we go. There. Okay. So this one is going to go just like that. Okay. So now we have one horse on our carousel, and it's flat to the back. Okay, now we've got its matching partner. That one has blue, so this is the least good. All right, so this one is going to go over here. So we're going to kind of make them go every other. I intentionally did not stamp them exactly the same. Oh, this is being a pain. All right. I guess we got to use the other one and hope it doesn't squish a ton of glue out. Okay, a little bit along the pole, a bit on the head. It's probably more than I needed. Okay. Here we go. All right. Would you just stick? There we go. All right, and then this one is going to go like this. Okay. So now we have 2 horses in our carousel. Now the other 2 horses are going to stand up in here. Okay, and this is probably why she put the, to make sure, yeah, because they're not quite tall enough. So that's why she did that. so what do I have here that I can use? Why, look at that. I have a little bit of a cello bag. We can use that. It just needs, they just need a little something at the top to help hold them up there. All right, so we're gonna just take a couple of strips of this that are about 1/4, I'll make them 1/2 inch. Okay, like that. Then I'll cut right here. Take that little edge off. And then, oops. Hey Leslie, you probably don't want the piece that has the fold. Oh my goodness. This has just been a crazy day here. But I'm glad you're getting to see me make these little mistakes. Because again, that's how we learn. Okay, so we figure out. Okay. There we go. My little trash pile over there. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take these and fold them in half. And that's probably still too wide, because we can't have them any wider than 2 inches. So let's cut off some extra. We'll have them at 1 3/4 inches. So I'll put the fold at 1 3/4, and we'll just cut off the rest. Okay, there we go. All right, let's just make sure this is going to work before I fuss with the second one. Okay, so I'm going to put a glue dot on the front near the top and the back near the top, like that. Then I'm going to put it roughly in the middle of this and just cover that glue dot. Like that. Okay. Then I think we're going to trim that just a smidge. All right, so now we should be able to, yep, get that horse. Ooh, hold on. Okay, so we are going to use this and just go right along the edge. Well, maybe. There, right along that edge. And then we'll put glue dots at the bottom. So you just need to choose whether you're attaching like to the front side of the thing or the back side. So I'm going to bring this up here. Let's see, you probably want this one right about here. And we're going to just catch that like that. And then get this one right here, like that. So now now, let's just push that. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to squash you. All right. So now, oh yeah, see? So there's your horse. Now I think I'm gonna put the next one out a little ways because I don't want them all lined up. And I can go in here and trim a little of that. Okay, so that it's not as obvious. Okay. There we go. So I can get in there and get a little of that out of there. Okay. There. Okay. Yeah, you won't even notice that in there. Okay. All right, so this one, that does work. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. But we're gonna do some cutting before we get it in there. Okay. Let's get our glue dots. Here. And I might actually, you know what? I think I'm going to put this one down on the bottom. I'm going to put this clear piece down on the bottom. Just because I think it might work better. Okay. So, we're going to just cover that. Like that. And then we're going to trim a little here. Like that. What a mess I am making. I mean, you can't see the mess because it's all these little clear strips, but I'm going to do some picking up for sure. Okay. There's that. And then this is on the front side. So we'll put another glue dot. Come on. Down here. Like that. So now this one, I'm going to bring out a little further. Like that. And then bring this there. And so now your horses are in the carousel. Okay, I am pretty happy that I was able to get that all to work. Now, we need some, you know, happy birthday words. We need to, you know, do a little bit more. And actually, I almost think that one needs to go over one more. But you know what? I don't think anybody's going to notice. And I can slip. I've got some magnets, and I think I can slip them in here underneath so that it will magnet it closed. You can get those pretty much like online, like through Amazon or something, and they come in pairs and whatever. So anyway, there's that beautiful, fun card. Okay, and here is the one that moves. Okay. So we have our horse moving like that. Isn't that fun? I could sit here and play with that all day. But see, we had an oops. See, I had something stuck to it, so I had some little issues, but I'm going to make another one of these that looks way nicer and isn't nearly as ugly, and with a colored horse, and it's going to be beautiful. All right, so there's that. And then if you're not, you know, just because you have the dies that can make these fabulous motion cards, you don't have to. You could stamp them just, you know, carousel horses, and have it just be, you know, just a carousel, which is fine, okay? So I hope that that was fun. I will make sure and get this moved over to YouTube, and I look forward to seeing you on the 27th, so next Tuesday. That's the plan. All right, so thanks so much for being here and watching, or watching the replay, or on Facebook, or watching the replay on YouTube, whatever works for you. But I'm glad you joined me, and I hope that you thought those were fun. Okay, yeah, that one just has to stand up because it's just so cool. All right, thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.